Hey, it's your girl Tay Tay here, and Cece's on vacation, so I've decided to recruit a guest host with me this week. So my mom decided to join us. So go ahead and introduce yourself. Just say who you are.
Hi, everyone. This is Jan Jan.
That's what she's going by. That's like her stage name, I guess you want to call it.
I'm Tay Tay's mom. And hi, everyone. How are ya? I'm glad to be here.
So yeah, I have my twin currently here with me because everybody says that we're twins. Everybody always asks if we're sisters. So we
And that's fine with me.
Yes, I got the good genes as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, as you come in, just come on in and say hey. So right now, I'm just letting my mom know how this works. So right now it says that 0 people are watching,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll probably just keep talking, and people will be piling in. So whenever people start to pile in, it'll say like a 1, a 2, a 3, however many people are in here next to the little I
Okay.
thing. So right now we don't have any, but they'll be coming in though, because that's how it usually is. My guests are always, or not guests, I guess like my people are always casually late. So kind of like us.
Just like yourself.
Yeah, kind of like me and Cece. We're always like, 15 minutes late, because usually like we're eating dinner and watching a movie and then we get caught up in something. And then, we just pop on. So that's that. Oh, that was a text message. Yeah, so currently, I don't have like my usual two chicks tell all set up. So we are broadcasting from my phone tonight. So if anyone is popping in, just let me know what the sound levels are, because I'm not entirely sure what they sound like. So look, we got 2 people. So hopefully some people will be coming in here in a minute.
Fun.
So that's how StreamYard works, in case you were ever wondering.
Okay.
So yeah, I think what me and my mom are gonna do, we're just gonna kind of go like back and forth and like interview each other. So like I have some questions that like I'm gonna ask her, and like she has some questions that she's gonna ask me. So we're kind of gonna go back and forth, and it's gonna be like a mini interview, is kind of what we're doing. So that's what we'll do. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I can start.
And we're not going too personal with the questions, just because this is the internet. So we're not going to get too personal with the questions, but they're going to be some fun questions still. Which, as people pile in and start talking, then, we can respond to them and all that stuff, and that'll be fun. Some like little banter back and forth. Okay, so go ahead.
All right, Tay Tay. What is your favorite TV show?
That is such a tough one, because I feel like I just like all sorts of types of TV shows. But I would have to say that my favorite TV show is Alfred Hitchcock, like his little series that he has with like
Mm-hmm.
the half-hour TV shows. I forget what that's called. Is it like the Alfred Hitchcock show or something like that?
I don't know.
I think is what it's officially called. But yeah, I like the Alfred Hitchcock 30-minute shows.
You like the mystery suspense?
Yeah, the master of suspense.
Yes.
He's my favorite.
Yes.
All right, so what did you want to be when you grew up, whenever you were a child?
When I was a child, I thought the greatest thing was being a cashier.
Oh my god.
I loved I loved going to the store and we'd get in line and I just wanted to do that. I wanted to ring people up and bag their stuff
Did
and
you
take
think that the sounds were fun?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, the beeps when you'd scan something. So that's what I wanted to be, but I did not end up being a cashier.
Well, I'm glad that you aimed higher, because I don't know about that. So, okay, we got our first person who chimed in. So the Crafty Visage, her name is Dawn, and she has like a whole craft channel,
Mm-hmm.
but she's one of my supporters on like both channels. So
Hi, Dawn.
she usually comes in and says hi, so she's real cool. Hi, Dawn. She said hello, hello. That's what she said. So she's in here, so that'll be a good time.
All right. Here's another question for you, Tay Tay. What is your favorite food?
That's another tough one too, because I like to eat. So it's probably like a three-way tie between tacos, chicken, and pizza.
Mm.
So that's just,
I like all three of those too.
yes, they are good. And I'm always down for some homemade tacos because I feel like that's the
Yeah.
best kind of taco.
She makes the best homemade tacos with all the toppings.
Yeah,
So good.
I go all out. Like I literally have like nacho cheese and like banana peppers and olives and salsa and sour cream, and it's like a whole taco bar.
Yes. Very
So
good.
Dawn says, "Hi mom, hi Taylor," which she said my name. That's fine. I don't really care. My name, I have my name on my other channel. So, she does that, but it's okay. You're allowed to do that, Dawn. It's all good. And she said hers is fresh spring rolls, is
Oh.
Dawn's favorite food. I don't even know what that is.
What are they filled with?
Yeah, that's what I want to know, what a fresh spring roll is, because that sounds good. But I'm not quite sure what that is. Oh, Dawn says, oh, oops. It's okay. It's fine. Just we go by Tay Tay here. All right. So next question, while Dawn's thinking about what fresh spring rolls consist of, what type of music did you listen to as a teenager?
I have always liked pop rock, and I still to this day. So yeah, I would say pop rock.
Yeah. So fun fact, I think I'll tell them this one. So I was named after 80s star Taylor Dane.
Yes.
So that would explain why I think I love 80s music. It's
Yep.
just because I think it's always been inside of me just because of what I was named after.
Yep. Taylor Dane. Her dad and I love Taylor. So
Yes.
that's how she got named.
Yep. So what's some different like pop rock artists that you like? Because that's like a whole big genre.
It is. So when I was young, I liked Andy Gibb.
He's good.
Yeah. And my favorite musician of all time is Elton John. Saw him in concert, me and my kids and my husband last year. Loved it. It was so good. It was his farewell tour, and he was so good. It was the best concert I've ever been to.
He can still
Had so
rock
much
it out
fun.
for
Yes.
like being 70 or so.
Yes.
So
so good.
Dawn says it's lettuce, cucumber, carrot, bean sprouts, bean threads, fresh mint, cilantro, all rolled in a nice wrapper and dipped in peanut sauce.
That sounds interesting.
Which I think Dawn does the gluten-free thing like you do.
Okay.
If I remember right, because she actually did the spaghetti cook-off with us, and she made spaghetti squash.
Okay.
And it looked like it was pretty good actually.
Yeah. Well, your brother made spaghetti squash for us the one time, and it was really good. Do you remember?
I don't know if I ate that.
Okay.
I might not have been around for that, but
okay. Yeah, it was
that sounds good. Yeah.
It was very good. Yeah. All right, Tay Tay, what is your favorite beverage?
Coffee. Coffee. I mean, are we talking like non-alcoholic?
Well, coffee,
or like
and
alcohol?
What is your favorite alcoholic?
So if we going out and we drinking and we partying, it's Jack Daniels. That's how I do.
Yeah. Jack and Coke, Jack and Diet Coke.
Yeah. So I never drank Jack until I, moved to the Carolinas, which I'll say that, and, I started partying with friends, and then that's what I started drinking. So, we're a Jack girl over here. Let's see. All right. Who was your celebrity crush as a teenager?
Oh, Andy Gibb. I said that earlier. So yeah.
Andy Gibb.
Which I think, died of an overdose.
Did he?
Right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe somebody can look that up and let us know.
Yeah, Dawn, go do a Google search for us. Anyway.
I know he died young.
Yeah.
I think it was an overdose.
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
But he was your celebrity crush as a teenager?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Who was yours?
Listen, girl, we know that there's a lot of those, okay? But I think it was Aaron Carter and Jesse McCartney are like the top two.
Okay.
Which, fun fact, 2 Junes ago, I actually got a picture taken with Jesse McCartney.
Yes.
And my 14-year-old self just, enjoyed every second of it.
Yes.
So, you know me, I was in the boy band days. So that's the kind of crushes I had. 90s boy bands, 90s and early 2000 boy bands. Okay, so let's see. What's your favorite adult beverage?
So I used to drink beer, but since I found out I have celiac disease, I can't have beer. So I've changed to ciders. I drink the ciders, and I also like Malibu and cranberry, and
That's
I
good.
like amaretto sours.
I
So
don't
those
like
two are my favorite, along with ciders.
The only time that I will drink amaretto is if I've had a couple and my granddad is like, let's all do shots, and then I'll do a shot of it just because it's my granddad.
Yes, he likes amaretto shots.
So Dawn says this is about Andy Gibb.
Okay.
He died as a result of myocarditis, which is an inflammation of the heart muscle, and it's most likely caused by a virus.
Oh,
So that's how Andy Gibb passed away.
I probably knew that back then, but that
Yeah.
was a long time ago.
All right. Well, thank you
Thank
for
you.
that bit of info, Dawn. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. Your turn.
All right. What do you like to do in your spare time?
So I work 2 jobs, so I don't really have a lot of spare time. So whenever I do get spare time, I either like to hang out with Cece. We hang out like all the time, pretty much. We either hang out or I sit at home and watch movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of a homebody. I like to enjoy my free time, kind of just like relaxing and chilling.
So that leads to my next question. Are you a party person or a quiet person?
So I'm a party person, though, I would think. You know, me and Cece, we know no strangers, pretty much. Like, we go out and we make new friends all the time. So, you know, I mean, we don't get too wild and crazy, but, you know, like, we're pretty friendly people who just, you know, hang out and chit chat. Oh, yeah. So Dawn said they make gluten-free beer.
I'll have to look for that.
So the official cause of death for Andy Gibb, most likely from years of rampant coke abuse.
So that's what caused the attack on his heart?
Yeah, which she said that there's several things stated on different sites. So it's probably just like a mixture of all those things, I would think.
Right.
Let's see. What's your favorite food?
So my favorite food used to be pizza. Any kind of pizza, every kind of pizza, pizza every night, pizza every day. But since I now have celiac disease, which is an allergy to gluten, I have to buy the gluten-free pizzas.
The cauliflower's good.
They're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they, you know, I get by with them, but they're nothing like a real
Slice
good
of
pizza.
Right.
So that's that.
So, okay, so what is your favorite food then? Since, you know, it used to be pizza. We've got that, but so I guess ever since you've been diagnosed with celiac, what is your favorite food? She's like, I don't enjoy eating anymore. That's basically, I think, what she's trying to say.
Yeah, I'll have to think on that one for a while.
Okay.
All right, let's see.
I know you eat nachos a lot.
I do like nachos.
Yeah.
Because you can get corn chips. Most of the nachos at the different restaurants are made with corn chips. And all the toppings are gluten-free. So, yeah, I would have to say.
Or
nachos.
like tacos, because you can do like the hard shell.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, Mexican food.
Mexican food's always good. I will never turn down Mexican food.
No.
Ever.
Mm-mm.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Tay, do you like animals?
Yes, I love animals. So I work at a hardware store. That's all that I say. I work at a hardware store, and at this specific hardware store, they're allowed to bring in dogs. So I get to pet all the dogs, and it makes me really happy and excited.
Yes.
So I would say dogs, and I also like penguins. They're my other favorite animal.
Love penguins.
They're so cute.
Yes.
So Dawn, I just like to check in sometimes with what people are saying. So Dawn says, I only like the thin crust New York white pizza. And there's so many gluten-free choices now, and the taste is improving from years ago, she said.
Okay. Okay, well, that's good to know. Maybe improve a little bit more then as we go along in life here.
Yes, I hope so.
Yep.
So you asked me, so now it's my turn.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show is Friends. I love Friends. I can watch them over and over and over again and laugh harder and harder and harder at them. They're just hilarious. And my favorite characters are Monica and Joey. If
Joey's
you
funny.
haven't watched Friends, you need to watch Friends. And watch it from the beginning and just watch it the whole way through. It's so funny. So funny. But a little bit of irony is that Tay Tay does not enjoy Friends.
I don't.
And I still don't get it, but
I guess I can't say it's not that I don't completely enjoy it, but it's just not like my first choice. You know, like I'll watch it. Like if you're watching it, like I'll sit there and watch it with you. Or if like Cece's watching it, because Cece likes to watch that show sometimes.
Mhm.
You know, I'll sit there and watch it with her, but it's not like my first choice. So I guess it's not that I dislike it. It's just not, I guess, in my top choices
Okay.
for
Fair
like
enough.
TV shows. Dawn said, I make most of my things with the 1-to-1 gluten-free flour.
Yes, I have bought that and have made. I make pumpkin rolls every fall, so I'm getting ready to make them again. But last year I made with the gluten-free flour, and everybody was saying how very close to, ones with real flour, how they tasted very close to that. So everybody was happy with that. And I thought they tasted really good too. So yeah, I was happy with the gluten-free flour.
Yes. So is it your turn? Yeah, because I asked
Okay,
you what your favorite TV show is.
Do you like to go to the movie theater to watch movies, or do you like to watch movies at home better?
So I guess I have different ways I could answer this question. So there are certain movies that I like to go to the theater to see. So like whenever Halloween Kills came out, which if anybody knows me, they know that I'm like a big horror movie fan. And I like all the classics. So whenever Halloween Kills came out, which was not this past movie, but the movie before, I went in and actually watched it in the theater because I wanted to see it. Just because
It's good to see that kind of stuff on a big screen.
yeah, I wanted to kind of see it on the big screen, and we went to
Mhm.
actually go see the Barbie movie too.
Yes,
And
Barbie movie is so good.
yeah, and we saw that on the big screen, and that was good.
Yeah, Tay Tay was a Barbie collector when she was
Yes.
little.
Although I didn't remember some of those Barbies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I had trouble remembering some of them anyway. Like I didn't know who was it Alan? I didn't know who Alan was.
yeah, I didn't know who Alan was.
Yeah,
either.
I had to look it up because I'm like, I don't know who Alan is. But yeah. Nowadays though, I feel like going to the movies is like really expensive. So it's pretty much like a luxury. And you know, nowadays they're releasing like a lot of the movies to the streaming sites like pretty, quickly. So
But I like to get the popcorn at the movie theater.
the popcorn is good.
Popcorn is so good with a bunch of butter.
Yeah, it is good. And then you mix it with the M&Ms and it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. But I guess it's like some movies I like to go to the theater and watch depending on what it is, but some I'll just like, rent it at home. Like for Halloween Ends, I didn't know how it was going to be and I didn't want to like spend a lot of money to go watch it, so I watched it at home and I'm kind of glad I did cuz
Wasn't that great?
it wasn't that good. No. It was kind of a sucky way to end the series, although I don't think it's really ending. I think they're probably going to cook up something because I know how it is.
Yeah, he's never dead.
No, he never is. He always comes back for more.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what do you like to do in your spare time?
So anything with my family. I love to spend time with my family, even just going for a walk or going to the movies or just anything with my family. I like to shop too. I like to buy new clothes and new shoes.
Yes, me too. Me too, definitely. So what is like your favorite thing to do with family?
Mm-hmm. Just anything. I mean, go to the beach. Go, just hanging out and drinking.
Oh yeah, that's great fun. So a little, we'll just share this little tidbit. So my mom's side of the family, they're pretty wild and crazy. We're all around the table usually drinking and carrying on. And remember Grandma and Pap were telling us about how they met, and we were just having a good old time listening
Mhm.
about that. Yeah, we can just make fun with any type of, I guess, situation or happening, it seems like.
Yes, yes. It's always a good time with family, that's for
It
sure.
is.
And Tay Tay's grandpap is turning 90 next month, so we'll be going up for his surprise birthday party. So
Yes.
we can't wait for that.
Which he probably won't listen to this podcast.
No,
So you're
he
good.
won't be listening. Your grandma might listen to it, but he won't listen to
Yeah.
it. So we'll be good.
Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with the phones or technology, so I don't think he'll be listening to it.
Yeah, I think he's been good so far without it, so
Yeah,
he's good to go.
right?
All right, Taylor. So what has been your favorite vacation and what location is on your bucket list?
What has been my favorite vacation and what vacation is on my bucket list? I'm trying to think of what my favorite vacation has been, because that's a toughie.
I know when Tay Tay was younger, we used to go to Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh, I used to love going to Ocean
every
City.
single year. I mean, for years we went every single year just to go to the beach and have a great time in Ocean City. We haven't been there for a long time. I'd like to go back just
Yeah,
to see the changes that have been made.
I think my favorite vacation was whenever we went to Florida with like your side of the family.
Yeah,
Because I feel like my uncles were very wild and crazy during that trip.
Mhm.
So, because they didn't know anybody, so they didn't really care. So they were just, acting as wild and crazy as possible.
Right.
So I think that trip was a lot of fun. Whenever it comes to my bucket list, I would say like Nashville is definitely on my bucket list.
Nashville is fun. Yes.
Just because it's a big music city and we know that I love me some music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think because I feel like there was a couple on there and I can't think. I would love to go to Hawaii at some point too. Definitely.
Yeah, I've been to Hawaii and it's beautiful.
So I think those are definitely. I would also like to go to Italy at some point.
Me too.
Just to kind of visit where my ancestors came from.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
And England because I love me some English boys. We know that. So that's why I would like to go there. I kind of would just like to do like a European tour. I think like that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
All right. So, what's your favorite movie?
What's my favorite movie? Jeez. Now you have to make me think.
I know.
I don't know. The first thing I think of is Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts and Richard Gere.
You know that
was a
I've
long
never
time
seen.
ago.
I've never seen that movie the
You
whole way
should.
through.
You should
Yeah.
sometimes see it. What's it called? A Love Story. That's with
I don't know that.
Robert Redford.
I don't even know who Robert Redford is.
Let's see. Yeah, I'd have to think about this one. What's your favorite movie?
Well, geez, you're asking me that too. So, another piece of info, which I think some of the Two Chicks Tell All viewers know this, but I was a film major for a year and a half. So, I absolutely love film. So, some of my favorite movies are The Shining.
That's true.
Back to the Future.
Jack Nicholson. Yep.
All three of them because I absolutely adore Michael J. Fox. So all three of those are good. Rear Window, which is made by the wonderful Alfred Hitchcock. And Psycho is also another one of my favorites of his too. And Rope, which is actually one of his lesser known films. So I have quite a few that are my favorites actually. Because I don't think I could just pick one because I like kind of all different types of movies.
Yep. I like Psycho also. My dad took me to see that when I was a teenager.
Oh my gosh, Grandma let that happen?
Yes, yes. Yep. Yep. He likes the Psycho. He likes anything like Frankenstein, Dracula,
Like the classic
anything
horror.
scary.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. He's a fan of that kind of movie.
So what's your favorite food to cook?
I wouldn't say I love to cook. So, I don't know. I like to bake more than I love to cook.
Yeah.
So, and I can't even bake that much anymore because it all has flour in it.
Right?
So, yeah, I don't really have an answer to that question.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I used to make stuffed shells, but they're full of gluten now.
Oh yeah, with the pasta. I guess if you found like gluten-free shells,
I
you
haven't
could
tried
do it.
gluten-free pasta. They say it's okay, so I
The
don't know.
cauliflower pasta is actually pretty good.
Okay. Well, you have to try that.
Yeah. Looks like you're all out of
I'm all out of questions. You wrote down more than I did.
That's because I was kind of thinking about these earlier. So
I like the bath or shower person.
yeah,
So this is interesting because we're totally different.
we are.
I will not take a bath. I will not take a bath. It's showers for me every day, no baths. I don't even remember the last time I took a bath. It was probably when I was a kid. Yeah, all showers for me. I
See-
love to get in there in the hot water and hot shower.
That's my favorite thing in the entire world is
Is a
putting
bath.
some Dr. Teals in there,
Mm-hmm.
lighting a candle, and just forgetting about the world for a little bit. That's my favorite thing. But I also like showers too. I guess it depends on how much time I have.
Well, you'll get a bath at night and a shower in the morning, right?
I usually do, yeah, because I
Yeah.
don't like to go to bed even feeling like slightly dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I'm weird like that, I guess. But I don't really feel like that's a weird thing.
Yeah, I'm a shower every morning.
So, what's your go-to comfort meal? I guess that would be like if you're, having a rough day and you just want to like eat some good food, like what's your go-to meal that's going to make you feel better?
Probably anything with chicken. I would say chicken's my favorite meat. So chicken and a baked potato. I love baked potatoes with everything on them, like butter, sour cream, salt and pepper, shredded cheese.
Bacon bits.
Yeah, love baked potatoes. So good baked potato and some chicken.
I think for like my favorite comfort meal is just like my late grandmother's mac and cheese. Like if I could find the recipe for that, I would love it. But I guess like just baked mac and cheese is like my comfort food.
Yep, she did make some good mac and cheese.
So, Dawn was talking up a storm.
Oh, what'd she say?
She said, you got to buy the gluten-free pasta.
Okay.
I love baths and hot tubs, but I shower after both.
Huh.
Makes sense. Her favorite comfort food is baked mac and cheese.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
her grandmother used to make
the best
mac and cheese, and she used I think 3 or 4 kinds of cheese.
Oh, she loaded that
milk
up.
And
butter.
But lots of butter.
Yeah.
Yep. We should try it sometime.
Because I remember like
with the gluten-free pasta.
Yeah, she would make the noodles, and then if I remember right, she would pour like the milk in, and then she would put like the hunks of cheese and butter,
and
I think, on top, and then put it in the oven.
Yes.
I think is how she would do it.
Yes, we need to try it, and we'll get back to you and let you know how it turns out.
Because I think that kind of sounds similar to what her recipe was, but it was so good. So, Dawn says that she tops hers with Cheez-Its.
Oh, that would be good.
Oh, and by the way, if you end up hearing this on the replay, go ahead and comment just what you think about it. And comment if you would like to hear more content like this, where we bring guests on, because we want to hear about that. We think it's different and it's fun to kind of bring like new people into the equation sometimes.
It has been fun. I thought I'd be nervous, but it's not bad. Just talking with my daughter.
Right.
So
are you a dog or a cat person?
So I'm definitely a dog person. I don't like cats. Sorry for you cat lovers out there, but I am just not a cat person. Not at all. I don't like how they can get up on things and you'd have to keep your counters all clear and you'd have to wipe them off before you do anything, and because you never know where your cat's been. So, but I love dogs. I love puppies. I love big dogs, any kind of dogs. Love dogs. I have a dog. She's part Labrador, part Shepherd.
Oh, you guys figured out what she
We
is?
Well, that's what we were told when
Oh, okay.
we rescued her when we lived up north, and she's just been a joy. She's 12 years old right now, and she's just been a joy to live with. And I also I have hummingbirds out in my backyard, and we have hummingbird feeders, and I love to watch them. And we have cardinals. We feed the cardinals out back, and lots of different birds. So I'm a bird watcher. So I love the birds.
I don't like the big birds. I like the small birds though.
Yeah.
The big birds kind of freak me out. But I can do like the cardinals and the hummingbirds. I'm a dog person, definitely. Like I said, I work at a hardware store and I just like to pet every single dog that comes in if I'm allowed to. I always ask, but most people are cool with me petting their dog.
Yes.
Cats, I don't know. Like I understand that they're like low maintenance and stuff like that, but I just was never really a cat person, to be honest.
Yeah, nobody in our family has cats.
Right.
Hmm.
So, are you a homebody or do you like to be out and about?
So I'm going to answer both because there are times when I just like to stay at home, even if I'm by myself. Just love that. But I like to go out. I like to go out too. We usually go out on the weekends, so I like both.
Okay. So, in regards to that question, I think I'm a little bit of both too. Because, I do like to go out and about just because I don't have a lot of time to do it. So whenever I do have time and I have plans, I do enjoy them. But I also do like being a homebody and kind of just like relaxing at home too.
Yes.
Or relaxing at my mom's house, one of the two. We already went over the bath or shower person. Where is your favorite place to vacation?
I talked about was in Hawaii. We were there twice. I was in Oahu and in Maui, and it's a shame about Maui because exactly where we stayed in Lahaina, that's what was burned. The hotel that we stayed in has burned, and all the restaurants and shops along Front Street that we visited are burned. So it was sad. We were just there in May, and this happened last month. Just very, very sad. Beautiful, beautiful place to visit. So, yeah.
That does sound pretty. Let's see what Dawn said. Dawn said she loves the birds too. She has bees. I forgot about that.
She has honeybees? Like
yeah.
bees?
Yeah.
Oh.
She does.
My husband wants to do that at some point. He would love to get bees. Do you make honey?
I think she does if I remember right, but she'll answer you too. She said that she's a homebody and her favorite vacation spot was Hollywood Beach, Florida.
Okay.
I've never been there.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I've ever even heard of that, to be honest.
Is that near Orlando or where is that near? Hollywood Beach.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. Are you a bacon or sausage person?
Huh.
If we're talking about breakfast,
yeah, like an egg McMuffin from McDonald's. So I'll get bacon or sausage. I actually like both. I don't prefer either one over the other. So I'm both. What about you two?
Yeah, you can say taste it. It don't matter. I don't care anymore. So I guess it depends on what it is. Like if I'm eating a breakfast sandwich, I like to eat like sausage on it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm doing like scrambled eggs, I like to throw some bacon in there.
Yeah, me too.
So it's kind of like a little bit of both, I guess.
Yep.
So Dawn let's see what Dawn's saying. She said the bees make honey and then she just eats it. LOL. That's. She said Hollywood Beach is near Miami. Okay. Near Miami, Florida.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't know where that was at either. So that's good to know. It's a little bit of geography for you.
Yes.
So do you have anything else that you would like to ask that you can think of? Do we want to touch on the mother-daughter relationship that we have?
Yeah.
So pretty much I can talk to my mom about anything. So case in point, whenever I did the episode on orgasms, my mom was asking me questions about what I should research. So, we're pretty much like on the comfort level where we can talk about a lot of different things. Should I share this?
And it should be like that.
Yeah, I feel like it should be.
Because we're both adults now.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Should I share this?
What?
I was my mom's miracle child. So
Yes.
so I think that's why we have an extra special bond, just because of that as well.
Yes, I had 3 miscarriages before Taylor was born.
You don't have to share too
We
much
had,
about it if you don't want
we
to.
had pretty much given up after 3 and tried to look into adoption. And adoption in the US at that time, there were so many waiting lists that it was impossible. So we started looking into Romanian adoptions because that's where my family is from. So I thought that would look close enough to me, where it wouldn't look odd.
Right.
So after we got the paperwork and started filling it out, I found out that I was pregnant and went to the doctor. I started getting injections. What were they? Some kind of hormone injections. And I would get 1 a week for 6 weeks, and had a sonogram after that, and everything looked good. And I carried Taylor to term almost. She was born a month early. Exactly a month early, and she was almost 6 pounds. So that was pretty good for being a month early. And she was definitely my miracle baby. Everybody in my family was so happy that
they would sit there and watch me sleep. That's how obsessed everybody was with me.
I have videos of her just sleeping, like 20-minute videos of her sleeping. And I found them fascinating. I'm sure they were boring to others, but I found them fascinating.
And then she had my brother 4 years later.
4 years later, yeah.
And then she closed up shop after that.
I did, yeah. I was getting a little old there.
She's like, I had my boy and girl, time to close up shop, which is smart.
I felt so lucky and blessed.
Yes. Which my brother, I guess we can share a little bit of info about him, but he's very smart and intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he lives up north. I don't want to share like too much about him, but he might join someday. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I might see if I could get him on a podcast at some point. He might do it. Which is actually funny. So my brother and I, we were never close until we became adults, and we realized how similar we are with being adults. So now it's like we relate to each other more. So we're a lot closer than what like we used to be.
Yeah, me and my brothers were like that too. Pretty close now.
Okay, so Dawn says they call that a rainbow baby. I was a rainbow baby.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she was definitely heaven sent.
Yes,
for sure.
And my mom doesn't like surprises. I'll tell one thing about her. So we had a surprise birthday party for her back in July, and she knew nothing about it. But, she started to suspect things whenever like my brother came into town and all this stuff, which my brother tried to cover it up by just saying that he was here for her birthday. So, which he got away with that for a little bit. But then my mom started asking too many questions. Like one day I had off and I was running some errands before the party. And my mom said, well, why does your brother need a car whenever, you're going to be home? So it's like she was asking way too many questions, to be honest, because we were doing all sorts of festivities like that day while she was at work to try to get ready for things. So she was just asking way too many questions. She's like, what are we doing for my birthday? What's this? What's that? So my stepdad's like, just wait and see. Or what did he say exactly?
Pretty much that.
He's like, just wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we ended up having like a big get together at a restaurant, and I invited some of my mom's coworkers, and we had my grandparents and uncle come in. So like we were all here. So my mom was very surprised to see like all these people there whenever she came walking in.
It was super nice. It was very nice.
But yeah, she does not like surprises.
Mm-mm.
Another case in point. So last weekend, or was it last weekend or week? It was Sunday, wasn't it? I think. So Sunday we went out to dinner. We went out to Outback, and then we ended up coming back to my place and we watched a movie. Me and my mom did. So we were trying to figure out what to watch. So I've been starting to watch like all the Halloween themed movies now. So she had never seen the original Halloween. So I was like, okay, well, this is like a classic that I watch every year. So let's just watch it now so you can watch it. So my mom, after every scene or before every scene, is asking me what's going to happen next. I'm like, Mom, I said, you need to just like take a chill pill and watch, because a lot of stuff's about to be happening.
Well, I get it from your grandma, because
Oh gosh.
she will read a book and she will read the last page first.
No, she reads the first and the last page.
First and the last page.
And then that's
in
all that
between.
she does. Yeah. I guess she likes to paint a picture of what might happen in between. I don't know.
Yeah. No surprises.
Yeah. Me, I mean, I like some surprises, but I don't like other ones, I guess is the best way to say it. Which I blame that on anxiety. That's probably why I'm sometimes not a huge fan of surprises, but most of the time I am. Yeah, that Dawn didn't say anything new.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, I've been paying attention to the chat.
Okay.
I'm a pro at paying attention to the chat and, talking and doing what I gotta do.
You can multitask.
Yes. So, what have been some of your favorite Two Chicks Tell All episodes? This is something I gotta ask her. What have been some of your favorite episodes? Or what has been?
I mean, I like to hear them all because they're all different. The orgasm one was pretty good. I have to admit that was pretty good. She did some pretty good research.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that one was my favorite, but they're all good. They're all good.
Yeah, she was even listening whenever we were into those real raunchy topics in the beginning. She was here for it, so that was kind of funny.
Yes.
But yeah. I need to get the rest of the family on board to listening to this. Or maybe some of them, I don't know. Grandma wouldn't understand it.
No, Grandma wouldn't understand.
Although she tuned in that one time.
Did she?
For like a little bit, because we were doing an Easter episode.
Okay.
And I guess like she had tuned in to just say she was making
pickled eggs.
Pickled eggs, yeah.
She makes good pickled eggs.
Which I was glad I got through the inappropriate stuff before then. That was kind of a good thing. I don't know. Is there anything else you would like to add?
I think we covered a lot of topics.
I think we did too.
Yeah.
It was just neat to have somebody different. It was nice to have an episode of Two Chicks Tell All where I wasn't like by myself. Because sometimes I've done episodes where I've been by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I can't carry on for like a long period of time whenever it's just me.
Right.
So, which now that we've started to do this like live type of thing, it's been a lot easier because at least there's people in the chat that like, I can respond to and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I still, like to have a co-host that I can kind of like bounce off of and stuff like that. Are you okay?
Yeah. Getting old sucks.
She had to stand up. So our Two Chicks Tell All office is a bedroom, and we're sitting on a bed talking to a phone. So brought to you by this. But yeah. It's not like the typical studio where Cece and I sit on the couch and we have the microphone and it looks fancy. Yeah, it's pretty much just like it is what it is.
Well, Tay, thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Yes, you're welcome.
Do it again.
Yes, it was fun. So yeah, I think we've been on for like 44 minutes. So I think that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's good.
So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We definitely love hearing from you. Cece will be back next week, so we'll be bringing you some sort of craziness because that's how it usually is. So, like, comment, subscribe, email us, twochickstellall@gmail.com. And I hope y'all have a good week, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.